Good afternoon. I know I'm a little off today, but it's okay. The show must go on. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. This week we have so many things happening in such little time. Earlier today, I was really privileged to get to watch the Dayton, Ohio UNCF program, which gave me life looking at all the choirs. It was so amazing. So today, I don't know where Mr. Sinclair is. He usually is somewhere around here, but I got so much news to tell him. So, Mr. Sinclair, how are you today?
I am good. Just coming off of a positive weekend at the campus, aka the Hill,
Awesome.
BKA Prairie View A&M University. We had our Panther Day yesterday. What's today? Today is Sunday, right? Yeah, we had a Panther Day yesterday where we invited
You
all
had
of
too
our
much fun.
admitted, huh?
I said you just had too much fun.
Yeah. We had all our admitted freshmen and transfer students come out and participate in activities. They went through a majors fair so they could get to know their professors and the deans of their prospective colleges from which they're pursuing their degree. We took them through a financial aid and a parent group component, which I hosted. And then culminating the day, we had our spring game, our purple and gold game, and the athletic department had like their own caravan outside. So it was a pretty full day. I actually think I'm just now catching up with my breath because I had to be there at 6:00 in the morning. Yeah,
Wow.
that's a whole another story there. But
That's
yeah,
really
it was a good day. It was a good day, fun day.
Cool. Well, guess what?
It was popping.
You know your sister's always doing something.
Right. For the good of the
So
cause, power to the people.
we try. But so I have so many things happening in such a short time. So, in a couple of weeks ago, we decided that we are going to do a youth version of Let's Talk About It.
Right.
So I did have three people. But however, Jonathan is here today to talk about why it's important for young people to have a voice and be able to talk. The other two ladies, I guess, had prior engagements. But if you're interested in being a host on the team version of Let's Talk About It, hit us up. We'll give you your 5 seconds of fame. You can show us if that's something you're capable of doing and can show up for it. But also, last week I went to Seattle, right?
Right.
Your sis meets no strangers ever. So here I am. You laugh. So it has to be. Here I am walking through the market, not seeing too many people that look like me, and people weren't really friendly. And, I'm always talking to people or I make people talk. And I met this gentleman. He was like, "Hey, miss, you want to listen to my CD?" I was like, "Look, I can't give you no cash because I don't carry cash when I go places." I said, "But I can put you on my podcast." He's here today. So we got some.
That's a good look. That's a good barter and trade.
Like, look, you scratch my back, I scratch your back.
Right.
So
You know what? That's how it's been done. That's how it first started off.
So I'm really excited when you get to meet him. You're gonna be like, he is so dope. So, and then I think that's it. Did I say Allen already? Mr. Allen.
No, you didn't mention our brother. You didn't mention my bro.
Sorry. So I also had a meeting, on Easter Sunday, where I probably should have been in church or something. I did do TV church, Mom, if you're watching. But I did do TV church.
Oh my goodness.
I went to meet with Mr. Allen, and he gave me like this executive tour of Seattle. And I was like, man, and then he was like, "Hey, I need to partner with you." I said, "Okay, good. Two good things happen in Seattle." So That's me. And next Sunday is my birthday. So what better way to kick it off with the heavy hitters we have today? So
exactly.
I'm going to bring Jonathan on here. Hey, Jonathan.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are y'all?
Hey, it's Sunday. We working.
True.
I don't look like I feel. I mean, I look good, but I don't feel good. But I don't make any excuses.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm Jonathan. I'm on the younger version of Let's Talk About It. To start off, let's talk about why it's good to have a young teen podcast. I would like to say, as a teenager and going through high school and going through life, I think it's good to have a teen podcast because we get to see young voices through me and through my other two co-hosts by talking through this podcast. We have problems as teens. It may not be as major as an adult, but in our eyes, in our world, it's major to us. And then we also want to connect to our young youth community and hear their ideas of what changes they want to make as we go through our life and growing up. Growing up isn't always easy for all of us, as some people may know. And high school is not easy. I'm a sophomore in high school. I'm graduating in 2 years, and I have most of my credits, so I'm on track. I might end up graduating early, and it's not easy to maintain a tight schedule, as some youth people might know. And the people who do extracurricular activities, such as sports and they're also in the fine arts, it's hard to maintain a schedule. But also one other thing is we're also going to be talking on our podcast about different issues of dealing with people who have autism, such as dyslexia, ADHD, OCD, and things like that. I know for me, I have dyslexia, and that's a big thing. And how to communicate with people and reading is a big thing, and that's one thing we'll be talking about. We'll also be talking about the arts and different issues amongst the youth community.
Well, that is awesome. Look at you. You told us you were nervous, and you come out here heavy hitting. We're going to keep you around. Well, I am super excited that you are joining us.
Thank you.
And I look forward to you, from a youth point of view, telling parents, hey, you got to listen to us. You don't know everything that's going on with us. Some people don't, like you said, don't like to share everything. And sometimes we forget that we was once your age also. So
true. I'm happy to be on here. I'm very thankful for doing this podcast with y'all today. No, you're right. I'm not a parent yet. I do want to be a parent one day, but currently
50 years from now, Jonathan. 50 years.
Yeah, 20 years down the road. But currently, I am a kid, and I'm also a student, and I'm also a student athlete. And there's different problems such as like how to socialize with different people and maintain a schedule. And time management is a big thing amongst our youth community. People have different things going on, such as they do arts outside of school. I do NSB outside of school, and different things. I do engineering. I code a little bit, so I've tried the time management, my schedule, and right now I'm traveling. So
yes, you are a very, very busy individual. So I feel the honor that you gave up your time today, no matter what you had going, and pushed through it. Kind of like me, you like, Miss Robinson, you sick? Yeah, I'm sick, but hey, the show must go on. So
you're right.
It happens. So Jonathan, you sit tight. I'm about to bring on another one of our guests that is going to do some really good things for us here in San Antonio.
Okay, cool. That's good. That's
hey,
good to hear.
Mr. Allen.
How you doing?
I am awesome. I was telling them how we met last week, and you gave me like this executive tour. He was like, this is Amazon. This is Google. Look at this building right here. Sinclair, we went across this bridge. My nerves was going bad, right? He had us go across this bridge.
Right.
He was like, it's in the water. And I was not trying to show like I was scared because I don't want to be like, this lady crazy. She about to have a whole conniption fit.
You did good.
The bridge was in the water.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. So how you have issues with bridges and we got the Ambassador Bridge at home? And
That's
we have
different.
a tunnel.
That's different.
How?
It's different. Trust me. The Ambassador Bridge ain't on the same level as the water, Sinclair. I said, oh, Jesus. And he's
okay, I guess I'll have to see what it is you're talking about because
we got to get you up here.
All right, yeah, I have to.
We got to get you up here, St. Clair.
Because I'm just.
It's
I'm
on
like,
the
yeah, because I'm trying to vision it, and I'm like, okay, it's on the
it's
what?
basically on pontoons. That's what it's. They're floating
Oh, okay.
bridges.
So okay, all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
so it's
floating
almost
bridges.
like the bridge on Lake Pontchartrain going to New Orleans.
Yes,
Similar to
I
that.
started having
Exactly.
flashbacks. I
Okay.
was like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, he trying to kill me.
Okay, I'm with you. Okay, now I'm
But
with you. Okay. When
she
you
made
said
it in
that,
one
that's the
piece.
first thing that came to mind.
She
Yeah,
made it.
yeah.
She made it in one piece, and we went down a whole bunch of one streets.
So,
Okay, that's what's
Jonathan,
up.
it was nice. I mean, it was really nice. It was a really good tour. I'm really grateful and thankful. But Jonathan, guess what?
What?
We made a connection with the B Project last week. So remember how I used to tell y'all I want to take y'all on tours so y'all can see these campuses?
Yeah.
We made a connection. We about to have tours in San Antonio to HBCU.
Oh, that's great. That's great to hear.
So yes, this is Mr. Allen. We're gonna be good friends with Mr. Allen because he is gonna definitely make sure you get to go see an HBCU, not just the ones in your A-block radius, but other ones.
No, that's great. No, I mean my mom went to HBCU.
Mhm.
I know a couple. I do want to go to HBCU just to be around more color folks like us.
Yeah.
To also see black excellence at the highest level.
Okay.
Going to college is a big thing. I do want to go to college. I do want to major in engineering and probably medical and law and business at some point. So that's great to hear.
Jonathan, my dude, y'all, he got his head on straight.
Well, that's exciting.
I
Okay,
try to
that's
keep
what's
my
up.
head
Yeah,
on straight. Don't let
we'll
her fool you. I
definitely
try
get
to
you
keep
to
my
some
head on straight.
HBCUs. We'll definitely do that.
But the one powerful thing about Jonathan is I met him, but didn't really connect till this year. I'm not gonna mention the school we're at, but I met Jonathan in a robotics competition.
Oh wow!
I was watching my godbrother, my godson, participate, and I was like, I know this kid when he first came to the school. I was like, I know this kid, but don't know where. But if you ever been to a robotics competition and to see, not trying to throw race out there, but
Yeah.
not too many African American kids, but you see this whole team of African American boys kicking butt.
No, we did good. That's the year COVID hit. I'm still kind of a little upset about that, but that's the year COVID hit. We made it. We made it to worlds. What we call
Wow.
worlds, basically international countries. They basically choose a place wherever in the world, and you can kind of travel there if you want to. It's kind of based off of invitation, and you have to make it. But me and my teammates, we made it that year. That's the year COVID hit, so we didn't get to go, but we did make it. We were good. We built an amazing robot. It worked smoothly, and then we were winning throughout our season. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot from my experience. That's why one of the things once I go to college, one of the things I want to major in is robotics. I just like building stuff in my hands and then coding and then like building computers and stuff and building robots. But no, we went to Worlds that year. That was a good year.
Wow. I know. I was amazed because I've never seen anything like that. And just to catch up, we did have a couple people before I bring on our next guest because he is fire. I got to tell you that story. Y'all know it's always a story how I meet people. But before I bring them on, Mr. Allen, tell us about the B Project because I don't think they're ready for what's about to happen in San Antonio. And I am excited.
Well, the B Project is a black-owned, black-based, black everything. That's what the BE is for. Black everything. Um, we take kids of color on HBCU tours. We just came back from a 7-school tour, flying from Seattle, Washington, and we also had kids from Portland, Oregon, uh, that flew down to Atlanta. We went to Clark, Spelman, Morris Brown, uh, Morehouse, We even went to a PWI, which is a predominantly white institution, Georgia State. And then we took a tour bus to Florida and went to uh, Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman. And from the feedback that we've had now, after the tour, 2 kids have changed their mind from going to 2 different schools that were PWIs to applying at these 2 schools that they saw on the tour, which is extremely exciting. And the basis is really to open up the eyes of Black youth and help them understand that you don't have to go to Penn State and you don't have to go to Ohio State. There's some fantastic historically Black colleges and universities out here that can get you wherever it is that you want to go. And people that look like you and I can get you there. So that's the whole ideal of going on these tours, to help people meet families. Mr. St. Clair is a perfect example of that. I met Mr. St. Clair while doing a tour and never lost touch of him, simply because the vibe that you get when you go to an HBCU is unparalleled. You'll never get that from one of these PWI schools. So I think everybody needs to feel it and engross themselves in the atmosphere of the HBCU.
Definitely. So yes, I know you're like, what is she doing? Before I bring our next guest on, we got to kind of catch up. We have Mr. Sullivan that said he loves this, and he's actually a powerful person. I believe he's a Howard grad. We have our usual, I call her my other mama, Miss Sparks. Love her to life. I can't wait.
Miss Sparks, our family member, yes, indeed.
We have Miss Celanese. Her son is, I think he's one of the original members of Scholars on the Move. And she's also one of my board members. She's been with me from day one. Love her as well. And I think I was in between. Oh, yay. Dr. Essence, who is a Prairie View graduate. She's one of the members of the Black Optometrist group. They have signing day. I'm so excited because some people don't know that there's actually, African-American eye doctors in your neighborhood. Check them out. And so she said hello for NYC. So we're all caught up. So, I meet no strangers. Everybody knows that. I guess, it paid off. I was the kid in the classroom that the teacher set me next to her, and I talked to her. So it just didn't matter.
That's me too. Hey, I just talk a lot in general. I just like talking. I like meeting people. I like talking to a lot of people. Wherever I go, you get to learn in life from different people, from their experiences.
See, Jonathan, that's why we connect. I was what they call chatty patty. The teacher just used to be like, look, I sat you here to not talk to me. I'm like,
yeah, they call me social butterfly. Or I just get up, walk around the classroom, say what's up to everybody. Go back to my seat, get work, get back up, go in the hallway, go back to the library, walk around.
I'm sorry.
A lot of people. No, I just like talking to people. Some people are fun to talk to with. You just have interesting conversations.
And it is. So because of my willingness to love to talk to people, I went to Seattle last weekend. And I had to go to the fish market. The fish.
Pike Place Market.
Thank you. Pike Place Market.
There you go.
Because, and I'm going to be honest, because I just have no reason to lie. We had a professional development some years ago, things that make teachers go to sleep and you don't really pay attention to. But I went. And at the time, I really didn't want to hear, because I don't like meetings. Anybody know me know I hate meetings. because I just feel like send me an email and I got it. So I went to Pike Place Market. It was kind of gloomy. It was cold. Seattle was cold. You know, if they tell you it's hot, they lying. It was cold. So I go to this fish market. It smelled bad. And y'all know how I am about animals and things like that. Everybody in Seattle got a dog everywhere. And so I couldn't show that I was like, you know, not comfortable because I was really trying to be strong for the environment and take it for the team. But I met this person that was just so down to earth and so cool. He was like, Miss, how you feel about this? You know, you want to listen to my CD? I said, sir, I'll listen to it, you know, but I'm in the business of helping people. I don't have no crab mentality. If I'm winning, everybody winning. And I was like, what do you think about being on my podcast? You know, he was like, let's schedule it. And I was like, okay, he really not playing. I was like, let me give you my business card so you can see what I do. You know, and then today I was like, hey, you still interested in that podcast? And he showed up. But anyway, make a long story short, how this all connect. The fish philosophy, it talks about teamwork and helping. And to watch that man throw that fish like it was a baseball and the other man catch it in like some little tiny napkin, I said, oh, they the truth for real. So I had to find the lady from the workshop and apologize to her. I was like, I got what you was teaching me. You was teaching me trust, and you was teaching me how to depend on other people through that whole little exercise. But y'all know me, you know, I was like, I still don't think I would trust anybody to throw a full fish at me and I'm supposed to catch it. But they did it, and they do it several times a day. And they were singing while they was doing it. I was like, these people are the truth. They the MVP. Why are you laughing?
Go through life to learn the experiences and enjoy the experiences. The one that are also abnormal too at times when you're not comfortable with your environments.
That's true. Thank you, Jonathan. You helping Miss Mo with herself. Thank you. Because it was dogs on one side and the fish throwing on the other side. And I said, okay, they trying to kill me in Seattle.
You know, us colored people, when we see dogs, depending on what type of dog it is, some of us get scared.
That's an understatement. I just freeze. I be like,
yeah, I know a lot of us, we've been in situations when we were younger. If we see a pit bull and it's loose and it's chasing after us, what we're doing, we're running. I'm not standing there. I'm running.
I see a pit bull at this age, I ain't standing.
No,
but
man, I can tell you, like when I was younger, I had this neighborhood I used to grow up in. Dogs would go loose a lot, and a lot of our friends had pit bulls and stuff, and like German shepherds. A lot of the meaner and tougher dogs, right? So they got loose. So me and my brother and my friend, we all started to run, and we just kept running, and then one of us hopped on the car to get away from the dog, cause none of us wanted to get bit too. We don't want to get bit. That's a horrible idea. So we just keep running. So, but no, you learn from those experiences.
I learned from a lot of experiences. In Seattle, I learned it's cold. Don't go unless it's August. But so after our next commercial, I'm definitely going to bring in Mr. Jackson and his producer, which I'm so grateful that I met. Like, he was out there hustling. Like, y'all, he was hustling. And I was like, these people just walking by him and they not stopping. Because y'all know I get offended when somebody being disrespected. Because I feel like I take it personal. And I was like, all he wants y'all to do is just take his CD. Like, come on. You got to start somewhere. So I felt offended that way. So, you know. So after our commercial.
See, that's a mindset, though. That's something else.
What's the mindset? I know you're going to teach us. What is it, Mr. Sinclair?
I'll expand on it when we come from commercial.
Got it.
I mean, when something's true to you, you go after it. You do whatever it takes to get it and achieve your dream, achieve your goal. At the end of the day, if it's true to you, truthfully.
Facts.
So if that's another word of what we call hustle. You gotta get your hustle on. You gotta get that bag. You gotta work for it. Because I know anything in life is not really given to you and it's not easy to you. You gotta really take it. So if you want to be successful and you want to live good, make a whole lot of money, you probably gonna have to work for it. That's why medical people say, like, when you, depending on what you do in medical, it takes 10 years just to lay the ground break. After that,
Y'all
10
better
years,
listen to this young man.
after that 10 years, you might see a little bit of a return, but it's gonna take another 5 before you actually start to see a return on your investment. And same thing for law. You gotta lay the groundwork first. So meaning, I know I was listening to a motivational speaker on YouTube, because I go on YouTube to find motivational speakers. Some people are really good when they speak, but he was like, and when you're in your 20s, you gotta sacrifice. So when you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you can finally see your investment and your return on your investment.
Okay. Well, you hold that thought. I'm about to put the commercial on, and when we come back, y'all gonna meet my new friend. Cause y'all know I don't meet no strangers. And so he don't know it yet, but he like my new brother in Seattle. But you're gonna meet both of them when we come back from this break.
Are you interested in attending an historically black college or university? Hello, my name is Robert Mason. I'm president and founder of the Common Black College application. Our application allows students to apply to over 50 historically black colleges and universities at the same time for only $20. HBCU graduates have been some of the most renowned individuals in their respective fields since the late 1800s. In addition to that, our faculty and staff are truly committed to your success, and they have a vested interest in seeing that you do well. That, coupled with the academic rigor and the fact that you will establish lifelong relationships, are just some of the many benefits of your attending an historically black college or university. So if you're interested in completing the Common Black College app, visit our website at commonblackcollegeapp.com to apply now. Thank you, and get educated.
Awesome. I think Jonathan has left the. Oh, he's back. It wasn't that long of a commercial, Jonathan. So, are y'all ready to meet my friends? Mr. Hayward done dipped on us too. Let me see. Let me take him off, and then bring him back when he come back.
Yeah.
All right, I think he's back. So, hey, Mr. Jackson, I bragged about you. Don't let me down. How are you today?
I'm doing amazing, man. I'm doing good. The hustle is over. Now it's time to revive and have some me time.
Awesome. So, did y'all pick up on what he said? You might have to turn your mic up a little bit.
You talking about our mic?
Yes, there you go. Because I couldn't hear you at first. I was like, what did he say?
Yeah. I really appreciate how Jonathan said is you got to lay the groundwork, the foundation first and foremost before you really start seeing your return. That's pretty real, man. So I really appreciate that. And like you were saying earlier, it's also a blessing to be on this podcast, man. So shout out to all you guys and shout out to all the viewers as well.
Awesome sauce. So, I was telling them how we kind of met, and my purpose for being at the Pike Marketplace. But I was just watching how you was like anybody. You didn't care who it was. You was going up to, hey, listen to my CD. I said, golly.
Yeah, it's like you never know, man. Like the people who you at least expect to support you will support you the most. And I found that because I've been doing the guerrilla marketing, the hustling on mixtapes since 2013, and I started out there in Hollywood. And Hollywood, that's like real close to L.A., Compton, I'm saying Inglewood, and those boys are out there working. So it's like, I've learned that in order, to really be a success, it's like you have to get it. You have to, bend over backwards, do all the stuff, but while maintaining a professional vibe so that you can keep that retention. You want the people to actually support you and not just to give you the money. You want that long. I want that long return. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's a different world doing that out here in Seattle, though, and running into people like you, Monique, definitely makes my day a lot easier. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that was nice. I try. I mean, I do. I try, but I really appreciate it, and it made my day because, like I said, I was saying hi to people, and they was looking at me all grouchy. I was like, okay, well, they mean.
That's how they are, man. But I find you just gotta warm them up, make them laugh, take a couple pictures. Exactly.
Yeah, and I did. I think I shared the picture in the post, because, all of us on here, we all have our different businesses, And my mindset is, even Jonathan, he's about to start a podcast as a host. My mindset is different. I'm one of those, if I'm eating, everybody's eating. Like, no excuses. But everybody don't have that mentality.
No, you're right. No, a lot of people don't have that mentality. It's gonna take a long time for a lot of us to get out the mentality. I know that for me, this generation, we're more susceptible to accepting everybody. Now, of course, you have your boundaries, of course, but I'll say if you stay true to yourself, you will touch a lot of people. So you can let a lot of people eat with you. I know for me, I have a lot of different things going on for me. I do basketball. I'm part of NSB. I'm about to do the team podcast, and then I'm talking to my uncle. He wants me to go out the country with him and work for him. And then I'll probably be building like computers and stuff for him.
Wow.
So.
Keep us in mind for your upcoming podcast because we like to participate.
Yeah, for sure.
And you had a question, right? I was just curious what your the robotics, what you're doing. What is it like? Is it robots or like the competition? Yeah.
Well, the competition. That's a great question, by the way. The competition, it has different things every year. Like the topic of the competition is centralized one thing. It changes every year. But for the main part, the robots, basically it's built like a regular robot that fits the competition specs of like different things of like picking up different things, and then you have to basically, in this case, they basically throw you to feel like what an actual engineer does on like a day-to-day basis, like of fixing different things. You do the coding, basically the coding behind the scenes, of to make the function of the robot work and actually move and actually interact. I guess you could say like with the environment, I should say, and then you got the structure of the robot. How does it look? What's the functions? And then you have a couple other things that goes into parts, and then but no, you just basically building. You build a little bit. You do a little code behind it to make sure it works, and then build the structure, and then build the computer. So
that's super cool, man. I like that, especially like I'm a barber hairstylist, so I travel and compete myself at competitions. So
wow,
all about that, man.
Yeah.
Coding, man, that sounds real complicated, man. You say engineering, I'm like, I do audio engineering, and to me, that's real simple when it comes to like that type of coding and to make sure the software matches up with the hardware and makes the functions and all that.
You're right. No, you're right. We're the people behind the scenes who makes your audio engineering work. Not a lot of people know that. We're the people who do like the science of the detail of like, because when you do audio engineering, there's a lot more that goes into it. There's frequency of the vibration of the music, of different wavelengths of like different instruments. You have to make sure that goes in smoothly with one another to make music like sound good. But you also got like the psychology of the brain and how people hear it, so that goes into it, and then like different regulations for like law and stuff. Like you can't have your volume up so many volumes because it can destroy the eardrum, and then like different things like that. So we code all of that to like specs and like different levels and give it like different ranges and stuff.
So you're like the engineer's engineer.
Yeah, basically, we give you
something I don't know about.
We basically, we basically give like the what we call AI, artificial intelligence, AI. As humans, we have to interact with AI, so we have to tell it like basically like what to do, like for like an example, like AI doesn't necessarily know how to like draw a square, so we have to like give it instructions on how to draw a square. So once you receive it, you already just say click square, and then it will already automatically draw a square for you. But we know AI doesn't really know how to draw a square like that, so we have to tell the AI how to draw it.
That's a high demand work, man.
That's a lot of work, Mr. Sinclair.
It is.
I think he done. Mr. Sinclair, you with us still?
Yes.
Now, I told you we had some powerful
I'm still
guests.
here. I'm letting them dialogue.
But you thought I was playing. I mean, we started with the B project, which I keep telling him, don't downplay yourself. That's epic. Because when he first said he was bringing some students to go to HBCU tour, in my mind, I was like, you about to take them on a bus? Because there's no HBCUs in Seattle.
None.
But he was brave enough to put them on a plane and fly them to Atlanta, then go to Florida, and then back to Seattle. If that ain't powerful, I was like, I got to connect with you. That's powerful. Then we got Jonathan, who is like one of the smartest young people I know.
Thank you.
That can, like, you know, he on here holding his own, and I'm proud of him. And then we got my new brother, Mr. Jackson, and his producer. And I think I have one of his videos queued up to play. I hope it's no cuss. It's no cussing, Mr. Jackson.
No.
But I mean, I got some heavy hitters today. What you think? We did good today?
Yeah, A on your quiz for this aspect. But that's one of the reasons why it's key to highlight the different aspects of the culture, because despite what people think, the realism of it is we don't do that. So share the information from the aspect. It's key to get that narrative, destroy the false narrative, and project that everybody can understand that as a culture we do prominent things. And actually it starts from the home, which is represented by Jonathan as a youth, to let everybody know that the future is here. And then you have Mr. Uno and Mr. Jackson. That shows an expanse of one of the things that is part of culture, communication through music. And of course, my brother Ellen, you know, we're doing what is needed to be done to share things that has been set up foundationally for the youth to expand that knowledge if they're going that route. Academically, things that we need, that we haven't done, and that's what we're missing in the culture. When you hear news, what news do you hear?
That's true.
You don't hear anything about the good news. One, that's not getting likes. It's not calling or raising a ruckus. Mess. So anytime you have a platform, it's actually our responsibility. And you and I spoke of this often, and Al and I speak of this often. This is something that we have to do.
Yeah, it's necessary. And Mr. Jackson probably thought I was joking. I was like, look, I can't donate, but I could get you some airtime, you know.
No, I didn't think you were. I knew you were about it. You struck me as a very professional person. So I'm like, man, that's a ticket. I'm ready. Where's the camera? Let's jump right in front of it. Let's just tell it. Let's go.
Cross promotion.
Facts. And I'm actually about to play one of your videos. I hope they don't block it out, because, you know, sometimes they. But, and then after the video, we'll continue the conversation. Y'all good? Everybody good?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now just pray that I can see the right video.
Used to be known for lows, kicks and zones, whips and chrome, cologne. These are the golden roads, tips from home, episodes of a soldier, Casanova. Weak fellas in the cut, get the speakers off. Dang Lotus, see your nut, need to take them off. I dream big, they stuck, thinking in the box. Sweet dead, cut from a different cloth. Been winning, look, I really don't deserve a loss. August 23rd, gave birth to a boss. The realest, get it at any cost. Hustle like Ross, got many visions of making it large. For women thinking the Nicki Minaj. Don't get me thinking of getting it off with them broads. The broad split, commence in mosh pits. No quitting, the clock spinning the pot. In the background, like he post up. Come closer, baby, come closer. Surrender, let the roller coaster take it like a special occasion, so we can get it shaking, shaking, huh? It wasn't breaking. The game's got a dance from the danger. The game's got a dance from the danger. The game's got a dance from the danger. It was completed. The game's got a dance from the danger. The game's got a dance from the danger. Yeah, I'm getting this dough, spending this money. You know that I'm good, jump in the whip, honey. Bought me so fine with a big old behind. I slap that shit once, I can slap anytime. We rollin' smoke up, taking 3 shots. I'm telling you, baby, we all that we got. 3 houses in Rome, I'm taking you home. Private jet flying, while getting some dome. South America, On our way to Japan, blowing a check, throwing Japanese yen, foreign whip riding, draped in designer. I'm the one that she wants, and she can't deny it. Used to be known for lows, kicks and zones.
All right, so we got to see, Mr. Jackson in action. Pretty dope song. Nice little beat, catchy beat to it. I don't want to say little because I hate when I do something, they be like, that little business. But no, it was a good job. I didn't have no CD player when I was in the things. I had to wait till I got home, but I still got the CD though. I still got it. I gotta find look, y'all thought I was joking.
Hey, don't lose it. Try to find one of Ice Cube's mixtapes from the Boulevard.
Oh wow. But Mr. Jackson, you also was on a live show too, weren't you?
Yeah. I spent the past 10, maybe 11 years in Los Angeles. I'm originally from out here, Washington State, right in Everett. This is where I was raised at. And in 2012, I really got serious about music, moved down there, and I started doing shows. I became a public speaker, and our group down there was called Team WC, and WC stands for Wednesday's Child. I was a singer for the tribute song for Wednesday's Child segment that airs every Wednesday on Fox 11 out there. So we began going on tour. I got invited to the Los Angeles Detention Center to give uplifting speeches to our troubled youth. I know, going and giving back, that wasn't easy, especially because I personally have a background in the incarceration world, the generational curse in my family. So it was really weird experience to have music first and foremost bring me back into the correctional facility to first give an uplifting speech and then be invited again to go and perform. So that was really good. And it's kind of like, it was motivational for me. And I felt like, for me, how I ended up incarcerated, I was selling drugs, and I felt like going back and actually healing the people and giving them some feel good, some therapy through music was kind of my way to help balance it out. But yes, doing that led me to getting on a couple of segments out there, and one of them just happened to be one that it just won't go away for some reason. But I'm truly blessed by that, and that's one of the links that I sent to you.
Oh wow, the Jimmy Kimmel experience, that was so funny. I think that's what made me like, look, I got to get this man on our podcast because this is hilarious. But I'm gonna let you tell the story.
Yeah, so basically, how I met you was out there at Pike Place. What I do for a living is I sell my own music. I sell mixtapes. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle, man, because he literally did so much for the mixtape world that people don't look at me like a panhandler anymore. They see me as an independent business person, dream chaser, and a self-motivator. And I like to go out there and uplift and inspire and motivate others as well. But yeah, like out there, the story was I know a couple of producers who work for Jimmy Kimmel, and then they try to put me on for an interview maybe like a couple of months before this one, and it was to get my hair cut, and they're gonna have a Johnny Knoxville on there to cut my hair. Thank God that I didn't get chosen because I've been growing my hair for so long. But the producers are like, just sit tight, just do you. We're gonna get you on 40 segments. If you're still down, boom, boom. And so like 1 month or 2 months passed, they said, hey, we got this rapper, he's gonna be on Jimmy Kimmel. Would you like to be on? I said, psh, ran home, got ready, boom, went backstage to Jimmy Kimmel, and there it was. And then they said, okay, when it's your turn, we're gonna bring you out. So I don't know if I don't want to expose too much, man, but I don't want to leak the video so much, but yeah, that's pretty much the story.
Well, I am definitely gonna share the video on my page. I'm having a little trouble getting to it right now, but when he told me the story, y'all know I'm silly anyway. I laugh at everything, but I was like, "You a bold dude. You gonna say that rapper is trash and didn't know that the rapper was behind you? You bold."
Hey, I just said that he wasn't the greatest. That's what I said.
He put in his dues.
He did though. I'm inspired by it.
I said he bolder than me. I thought I'd be, talking crazy to folks. I mean, I never had a filter anyway, but But we did get you did get a compliment on one of your things. Tia Williams said, Tia Williams Hampton which is one of my favorite parents this year. Her and her husband, they are doing a bomb job with their daughter who is headed to a HBCU in the fall. She said that you was talented while the video was playing, but I didn't want to kind of like put it up there and ruin what everybody was seeing. So what do you guys think? Like, what if, like Mr. Allen?
Yes.
I'm like ready like yesterday to get these tours started. Mr. Jackson, we might need to get in touch with you to get us some kind of beat or intro music.
Yeah,
and Jonathan, I'm ready for the ready for your show because you held it down with these older gentlemen and they like nothing. I'm like, goodness, Jonathan talking more than some of the guests.
he knows what he's doing.
Facts. A really brilliant, young, bright child. Young man. I don't want to call him a child. He's
Thank you. This year I did like MUN and JSA. There's two different clubs. Those two different separate clubs. If you don't know anything about it, I can tell you this right now. MUN is basically like Model United Nations. There's different conferences you can go around the country. One of the big ones was at Georgetown University up in DC. I didn't get to go to that one this year, but let's hope next year. But no, you basically do public speaking and you basically argue for a country. That's kind of the base level of it. But no, I did a lot of public speaking this year. And I went to a private school this year, so I had to do like a lot of Socratic seminars. So I worked on my public speaking a lot. And then I did a little bit of JSA. So
okay then. Well, we are super proud of you, and you know I'm always gonna support and push you at the same time to be great. Yeah. Mr. Brooks, do you got any final pushes? Because I'm ready. I'm like, look, I can map out the trip and just send it to you.
Well, anybody who is interested can take a look at what we've done already at thebproject.com, or they can go to the Facebook page, which is the B Project. Anybody who is in Texas, Mr. St. Clair, as well as you, Monique, can send out interest statements to them and let us know. And once we figure out how many people are interested, then we can try and put together something and make it happen for the people of Texas. I would love to do something out there.
Yeah, for sure. You can put my name on the list.
Okay. We got one.
You got two. He's a twin. He ain't gonna go without his brother.
Well, we got two. That's a good start.
No, you're right. No, I mean I'm kind of a byproduct. My mom went to HBCU. She went to Jackson State University. So that changed her life completely from living in Holly Springs, Oxford area of Mississippi, over where Ole Miss is at, and that small town area. Yeah, over up in there, that small town area. That helped going to college helped her get out of Mississippi, and it opened up her life a lot. A lot of job opportunities. That's one reason why we came out to Texas a little bit. But no, her career has kind of took off. She got internships, got scholarships. She was on the dean's list in college. So yeah.
So I love it. I didn't know she went to Jackson State. See, so I learned something new about your family every time I talk to you.
That's true. My older brother, even though he went to PWI, my sister went to Grambling State University for like a year, and then my older brother, he went to PWI. He went to Georgia State up in Atlanta.
Okay. Well, see, look, Mr. Brooks, we got two.
That's exciting. You know, it starts with two, and we work our way to 200. But definitely would love to come down there and get those kids the opportunity to see some different places other than just Texas. I mean, but Texas is a good start. I believe there's like nine different HBCUs right there in your backyard. So, want to open up some doors and let people broaden their horizon, get a chance to see something brand new.
Do you need any musical acts?
I'm sorry.
I, maybe for one of the send-offs that Miss Mo is going to show me how to do. Yeah, I'm sure we could use that.
All right.
Yes,
Or a
because we
barber.
have.
You need a barber. I got you, man. It's the best of
Yeah,
Washington.
okay.
You know what? We do have a send off, and then the one that you said you're going to do in Seattle. Hey,
That might work, right?
you know I'm all about the connections.
That's right.
Connections.
The network.
So yes, if you haven't heard about it, the HBCU send offs. I believe we're starting with Cleveland and Dayton this year, and then it's going to go to Philadelphia, and then I believe it comes back to Texas. But what we do is we celebrate our newest members of the family, build them up, give them some motivational stuff before they go to school, give them some free stuff, but whatever. It's just to empower them to know that you're a part of a family. You're not just going to school. So that's what it is, if you have a question about it. So before we get out of here, I'm going to wrap around and let everybody give their final push. Maybe it's an announcement you need to give. Maybe you want to get some updates. Maybe you even just want to share your links. But however, I do want to say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all of you. So starting with Mr. Allen, he's going to give us our updates. Then I'm going to go to Mr. Jackson and Mr. Uno. And then I'm going to go to Jonathan. And then wrap it up with myself and Mr. Sinclair.
Well, once again, the bproject.com, bprojects with an S.com, and the B Project on Facebook. Anybody who is interested in going on HBCU tours, by all means, send us something letting us know that you're interested. We'll definitely get back in touch with you, and we would love to put together something for the kids of Texas. At this point, that's what we're working on. And we have Mo and Mr. Sinclair, which are also a part of the B Project, and we're ready to go. We're excited. So great things will be happening real soon in your neck of the woods.
Awesome. I'm excited. Guess what, Mr. Sinclair? I got something you don't have. I know I'm being petty right now. But
You're wrong. You know you're wrong.
oh man, we lost Mr. Jackson. Oh, they might log back on, they might not. But Mr. Just to be, I have to have my petty moment. I have the same shirt that he has.
I don't know if you can see it, but
Sinclair, I got that shirt.
I got one for you. Don't worry.
That wasn't part of the deal, fam. Now you said you weren't gonna give him his right away.
True.
Oh yeah, Mr. Jackson said that computer kind of took a thing, but please support him. Look at his links on YouTube. Look at his videos. Really good up and coming artist. But if you don't get to watch the video, the rapper was 50 Cent that he kind of dissed, and 50 Cent came up behind him. I was cracking up. It was funny. But he was saying that he wasn't a better rapper than I think it was, oh God, Biggie or something like that. And he was like, oh no. And he was saying all this crazy
Biggie's
stuff.
Biggie's a great. Biggie is a great. That's that good music right there.
What you know about Biggie?
Hey, my dad, my dad's from up that way. That East Coast music. It's a different style than West Coast for sure. But Biggie's good. The topic is always, who is it, Biggie or Tupac? Which one? Can't choose.
I'm with Tupac. I'm sorry.
I mean, okay. See, I'm split. That's because I like to be split in conversations like this. But no, Tupac was more of a lyricist. He was well-rounded. He talked about more tough conditions and different ways people grow up and some of the conditions he grew up. Biggie was that party type of person. Now, Biggie did talk about little truthful things. His music was also good. But no.
See, when you have your team talk, we're going to bring up that topic because I don't understand y'all teams.
Oh, the
And
question.
Mr. Good,
sure,
Mr. Jackson
for sure.
is back with us. Mr. Jackson is back with us.
We're
Now,
back.
Mr. Jackson, did you hear the question he just asked?
Do you say who's better, Biggie or Pop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Man, honestly, I would have to say I didn't listen to Tupac a lot, but overall, I think his message was stronger.
That's
agree.
right.
On his
There
side.
it is. Mr. Allen, who you got?
I'm going with Pac.
Boom. That's I don't know,
Real
Jonathan.
simple. Real
Hey,
simple.
I mean, my dad's from
Yeah,
my dad's from New York. Big's from New York. Like, he kind of got rep a little bit, but no, Big did make some good music though. He did, but he was like
You
more like a
outnumbered,
party.
youngster. And let's Mr. Sinclair go with you. Sinclair, who you got?
That's a conversation y'all not ready for, being that I am a DJ since I was 12 years old. So y'all ain't ready for that conversation with me, because you talk about different aesthetics that comes along. You have a storyteller versus a lyricist. Biggie was a lyricist in his own right, but there are two different types of environments that they're rapping from. Pac is always going to resonate with people because he's the child of a Black Panther.
I'll take
Biggie's
that.
different is telling about his rough time. Biggie's rough times are different than Pac's rough time. The East Coast vibe, storytelling, up-tempo groove vibe. The West Coast vibe is more of a sampled aesthetic. But again, we'll go into all that when y'all ready.
Did you see what our bonus mom put?
Rakim, come on.
Oh yeah, and again, like I say, this is a conversation y'all not ready on, because if you want to break it down, Rakim is the God. He
Ain't that
is the
Eric B.
God.
and Rakim?
So again, that's a conversation y'all might not. Yeah, you're talking about Rakim, exactly. Rakim is the God. So
Okay, well, see,
y'all not ready for that one yet. I'm gonna need y'all to read some books. I'm gonna need y'all to read some books before y'all come to me on that one. I need you to get down with your music history before you come ready for that one.
Oh Lord, that's gonna be a good conversation. We might have to bring Jackson back on here.
Right, in the executive session. I'm ready.
Hey, bring me back on that one too, cause hey, I mean, our generation, our music is a whole lot different. I don't know. I can't really describe our music. I still can't. I mean, I grew up with my dad. He loved that 90s, that 80s music.
You
So I
making me
listen to
feel like
old
I'm
school.
like old.
I mean, I listen to a lot of old school music. But nah, my dad was born in '62. Hey, I listen to a lot of old school music.
Okay, then, Jonathan. Oh,
so see, that's why Jonathan can speak to that, because Jonathan comes up in the age of true hip hop. So that's why Jonathan has an opinion like he does, and his father is came during the era. I'm some years behind father, but that was the era of hip hop, where it had a message.
Right,
Yeah, my mom was born like the '80s, so but no, I grew up around true hip hop. Now, my dad did give the credit to Kendrick and J. Cole. He did accept those two, Kendrick and J. Cole.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was raised off of Madonna and Pat Benatar because my mom, you know. That's all I got.
I don't know. I had the Sugar Hill Gang. Sugar Hill Gang, and in my mind, I thought I was gonna marry LL, but then it didn't work out. Sorry. It ain't no joke. Well, I mean, that's a good future discussion to have about music, though, Jonathan. That's a good one. So, as we were doing our wraparounds, we was about to get to Mr. Jackson to give his final push for people to check out his links, check out his stuff. So it's all on you, Mr. Jackson.
To everybody, and big thank you.
We lost him. There he is.
Big shout out and big thank you to everybody participating in this podcast. Shout out to Ohio. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to the whole United States, man. Everybody. Yeah, everybody, man. And please follow us online. We're constantly building our brand. My Instagram is the best place to follow. It's Lotus Jackson, just like that, Lotus with an I. And then Mr. Same thing for on Instagram. And yeah, man, if I could say anything to any young listeners, always just chase your dreams, believe in yourself. Don't ever stop learning, because intelligence is nothing more than a change in human activity. And if you want to change, how your life is, all you gotta do is just gain more knowledge. And today's day and age, it's just so hard not to find out things, because we all got a cell phone, But other than that, shout out to everybody, period, man. Hello, we love you guys.
I want to follow up on that and let everybody, entrepreneur, dream chaser, just a go-getter, believe in yourself. Don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared to make mistakes. Grow every day. And like I said, just believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. You'll be your number one supporter and your number one fan.
Awesome. Sinclair, you got some updates for us? Sinclair, you got updates for us? We play all day.
For those listening, talented youth, their motto. Can you?
Not really. You going in and out.
Now.
You going in and out, Mr. Yeah, I can hear you. It's like it's going in and out. We'll come back to you.
Their model.
I don't know what's going on with my brother's stuff today. He having a tough time. But we'll come back to him. Jonathan, you got some words for the young people?
Yeah, for sure. I got like to talk a little bit. To young people, come ready to listen to our team podcast of Let's Talk About It. In the next 2 weeks, we will be producing the podcast. I don't know what date, but we'll let you know. Keep you posted. Come ready to learn. A little advice to young people: if you're trying to chase your dreams as young, go chase it, because this is the time to do it. Before you hit the college, while you're in college, this is the time to go get it. This is the time to make mistakes and learn from your mistakes, and lay the groundwork, lay the fundamentals to ready, so you can have a good, successful, and fruitful life and fruitful business. And whatever you're doing, go get it.
Awesome. I couldn't be more prouder than Jonathan right now.
Smart young man.
I done removed him from the thing. I keep touching too many buttons. I think that's what's going on. There you go. Need to leave the buttons alone. But thank you guys for giving me time on your Sunday. I am a little under the weather, but I always get joy when I get to talk to my friends that I made. Really good information, Mr. Jackson. I didn't know your background story, that you do go and speak to young people on a positive note. So you might need to connect with Mr. Brooks, because he's doing big things out there, and y'all could probably, change the whole narrative of the West Coast.
Yeah, I'm with it.
We're going to do that.
So make sure y'all get each other's info. It's in the private chat. If not, I'll send the email out so everybody can stay connected. But what we have coming up at ABC Youth, we have the Princess and Queen's Tea Party. We're still selling tickets for that. We have the HBCU send-off. If you wish to be on the committee or help out, let us know. We'll be glad to take your help and glad to have your sponsorship. Also, I think that's it. Oh, no. The other thing we have is our seniors are about to do their signing day reveal. So they're going to tell us where they're going to school at, which is another exciting time. So thank you all for watching. Like, share, comment. Please, if you're in Texas, you want to go on that tour, hit that link. Please, if you're anywhere, follow Mr. Jackson. Also, support Jonathan and his cast as they start their new podcast in the up and coming weeks. It's been real. I think I'm about to go take my afternoon or evening dose of medicine and call it a day. But I could not cancel this podcast because it was really important to me today. So I shall see everybody. Like, share, comment, follow my guests. Thank y'all for coming today. We'll see you again. Not next week because it's my birthday, but the week after. See ya.
Yeah.
See you later.
Ciao.